Guys, we do shows that involve mental illness clearly as teaching tools, because we know that sometimes you have family members that are behaving in some type of eccentric fashion. They're behaving in some way that's creating a lot of drama or turmoil, and you don't really know, are they just being difficult, or is it a mental illness expressing itself behaviorally in the family? And you can see here, the rambling is what we call flight of ideas, which is something that you see with an active psychotic process. You often see it with schizophrenia. You see it with different kinds of psychotic processes where they just have a difficult time focusing. You have a complete lack of insight. What you observed today was flight of ideas, complete lack of insight, delusions of grandeur, delusions of persecution, all of these things without any ability to differentiate reality from fantasy. And even in the face of very clear evidence to the contrary, they're able to just completely wall that off and continue in their delusional behavior and delusional thinking. So sometimes if you'll let them feel like they've had the opportunity to speak, let them have the opportunity to vent, and then you talk to them about what you want them to do, you can get somewhere. And he, in my opinion, clearly feels like he's in his father's shadow through no fault of his father. His father just happens to be hugely successful. I mean, he's won 10 Grammys, and his son is kind of in the same arena, and I think that's been a problem for him. But I do think he was heavy into drugs. I mean, heroin and meth, and that can create real changes in your body and in your brain. And part of it is in the executive functions in the neocortex, where you sort things out and organize things. And I think that's created a problem with him. And so I think we've got to do an evaluation, do some brain scans, get him on medication, and see if we can kind of calm that thinking down and start walking him out of this a step at a time. So he's agreed to go. We'll follow through and see if he does. But I do this so you can look in your family if you've got this kind of behavior and see what's going on. So that's what was on, that's what we were looking at today. Hopefully it gives you some markers to look at your own family with. Maybe yourself have some insight.